Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Monday, June 5th, and I locked in $1,250 in profits. I only took one trade today and it was a really solid winning trade. So in this video, I'm going to break down my thought process behind the trade. So hopefully you can take something and apply it to your own trading. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The one stock that I traded today was CXAI. Lately, we've seen a ton of momentum in the artificial intelligence sector of the market. That was mostly led by the stock AI. Taking a look at the daily chart down here, we can see just a ton of upward momentum in this stock lately. However, last week we saw that there was a bit of a gap down from this move up here, and that was due to the earnings report being released for the company. That kind of slowed down for a few days the entire sector's momentum. One of the stocks being in the sector is CXAI. One of the reasons this was at the top of my watch list was because of the fact that AI, which was the leader of this sector of the stock market, had a really big gap down on the day of their earnings report, and CXAI only had a relatively small pullback with, we can see, very, very low volume. That to me tells me that this can become an outperformer. So in other words, once AI starts to bounce following that earnings report, CXAI has potential for a really big bounce. And with all of that being said, that's why this was posted over the weekend in the Market Master group for our trade plans for Monday. And the trade plans were keeping this on watch Monday after Friday's low volume pullback. AI stocks have been hot lately, and despite AI falling after their earnings report, there's definitely still room to run in other stocks in the sector. We'll be looking for this to reclaim $10 early on Monday. For me, that will be a buy signal for a push back to 11 plus. So fast forward to this morning. I posted then an alert telling our team of traders that I was getting into CXAI because based on the trade plans, it was setting up very nicely for that push to $11. And that was due to the fact that this was able to open above 10. And on top of that, it had a pullback to $10 per share at the market open, and it held that level as the low for the morning. So I started to take a starter position in the 1030s. At the time, it was trading pretty thin volume, so I wasn't able to build into a full position right away. I had to add as the momentum picked up and as the volume picked up. And with that being said, I started to lock in profits into that $11 area. And then I sold the rest of my shares into this high volume spike that we get here up into the mid 11s. So per usual, I definitely locked in profits a bit too soon. That is one thing that I've been repeating that I want to work on to improve in my own personal trading. Being a little bit more patient with my winners, making the most out of every winning trade, and really letting those winners run. As we can see, obviously hindsight is 20/20, so in theory I should have held on to those shares as it's trading up almost at $13 per share right now. But if we take a look back down here at the daily chart, the reason that I was locking in profits into that $11 area and into the mid 11s is because of the high from Friday. A lot of times we'll see it reject the previous day's high, and the previous day's high was $11.45. So from my perspective at the time, there was a good chance that this was going to reject that mid 11 area, start to pull back to 11 or even dip back under $11. So I decided to lock in my profits at the time. Where I would say I really went wrong in my opinion was not paying close enough attention after getting out of this trade. We can see it's probably a little bit clearer on the 1 minute chart. This started to form some support and kind of bounce off of the 1150 area. The first time was here, happened once again about 20 minutes later, and then about half an hour later from there, it also held that 1150 area before breaking back above VWAP and ramping up to new highs. So there was definitely an opportunity to get back into this trade and make some money on this second run that happened as well. But when it was all said and done, with CXAI on my morning trade, I locked in a total of $1,250 in profits. Really solid trade opportunity straight out of the Market Master Group trade plans and from the morning alerts. So I'm glad our team of traders also had an opportunity to make some money on this trade as well. And with that being said, the reason that this was my only trade today really is because I was a little bit distracted because of the fact that I'm upgrading the team scanners that we use in the Market Master Group. We can see I'm setting up these Trade Ideas scanners. For those of you who don't know, Trade Ideas is a scanning software, arguably the best scanning software that you can use for trading. They have two subscription plans. One is about $90 a month, I believe, and the other one is about $150 a month. So it is a bit pricey, but that's why I'm setting this up, and it's going to be live streamed to our team of traders every single day, so that way they don't have to pay those fees to have these very high quality scanners that are going to help us find really solid trade opportunities and setups in the market. We have our gappers from pre-market. We have an opening range breakout scanner. We have, of course, the top percent gainers, the top percent losers. The scanner is going to notify us whenever there is a halt. This scanner tells us when there is unusual volume in a stock, whether that be a 1-minute volume spike, whether that be high relative volume overall for the entire day. All of these things can really signal that momentum is starting to pick up, or that somebody is loading into the stock before the stock ends up getting pumped to new highs. Also, we of course have our new high of day breakout scanner. This is a good momentum scanner for anyone trading stocks that are breaking out to the upside. We have intraday pullbacks. This looks for stocks that have momentum during the market hours, but are pulling back from their highs, offering an opportunity to buy at a dip. We also have a crossing VWAP scanner telling us when the stock is crossing above or below the VWAP. Both of those can be really opportunities for both longs or shorts. And then we have a 5-minute oversold scanner as well. This scanner is looking for stocks with an RSI of 30 or lower that are making new lows. These can be really good opportunities to get into stocks at a discounted price when they're setting up for a reversal or for a quick bounce. So with all of that being said, I was kind of focused a bit more on setting up and testing these new scanners today. I'm working on having them set up so that we can live stream them to our Market Master Group members every single day within the next week. So if you're interested in trying out these scanners and watching them in real time, make sure to join us in the Market Master Group. There's going to be a link down below in the description. Anyway, moving on, I just want to very quickly also talk about one of the other movers that we saw this morning, and that is the stock FRZA. FRZA was a big gap up in pre-market, so naturally this was on watch for a potential gap and go. Over in the Market Master Group, we posted the opening range breakout levels today for some potential gap and go stocks. FRZA had an opening range breakout level of $3.12. And if we take a look at the market open here, we can see it never actually broke above that opening range breakout level. So there was really no opportunity at the time, at least within the first hour or so of the market, to get into the stock because it pretty much rejected that area, fell through VWAP, and continued to fade for most of the morning. So with that being said, what I was looking for a trade with this stock was that it was going to pull back into this pre-market, or I should say extended hours support area, because right here at about 2:15, we can see that was a bit of a key area the previous day in after hours trading, as well as early this morning in the pre-market session. So it fell down into the 230s here about an hour after the market opened. I wanted to see it a bit closer to this key support level before getting into the stock, and I ended up missing out on this run that happened later on in the morning. So I just wanted to kind of share what I, in theory, should have been looking for to get into this stock. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, and that's kind of the entire point of these videos. So there's a few main things here that should have been a buy signal in this case, and that is the higher low that forms here after it has this low and consolidation period about 30 minutes prior. So once it forms that higher low and it starts to curl back up, that could be a buy signal here in the 260s, maybe in the 270s. We also get another higher low following this VWAP rejection. That could also be another entry area using either this low or the entire morning low down here at $2.39 as your risk level. And last but not least, once it spikes through VWAP here with a big spike in the volume as well, and then it pulls back into VWAP and bounces off of it, acting as support, that would be another buy signal. All of these I kind of missed out on, but I just wanted to break down this trade and talk about the trade opportunities that were within this stock. So hopefully that kind of explains what you often should be looking for when you're trading these stocks that are reversing from their morning pullback. But anyway, those were my main focuses for today. Total profits, $1,250, really solid start to the week. Hopefully you found some value in this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to join us in the Market Master Group, hear about the stocks that I'm trading in real time and work with our team of traders, there's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up, and your first week will be 100% free. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.